Hello, everybody. It's me, Chadini. I want to touch on the history of love. The ability to love and how to love is taught. In this system we are currently in, we are taught that it's something that occur accidentally and spontaneously. That is not true. The media helps tell people how they should feel when they are in love. There has always been a thin line between love and addiction, love and lust. Some may use love to escape from reality, to feel good in someone's presence, and want to keep that good feeling by staying with them. Many people seek perfection and excitement. And in excitement, people often forget about reality. Well, reality is slow, boring, tedious, not perfect, patient, unexciting. There's the oppressed and there's the oppressor. There's those that control people's feelings through thoughts, through the media and educational system. There's those that control money, and there's those that chase money, whether they are entrepreneur or high paid slaves, or high paid employees, should I say. This is reality, to live and to die, and hopefully leave behind some sort of legacy that is unselfish. But in today's society, it's all about individualistic capitalism. Everyone walks around as an individual, scared to come together as a moral, responsible, caring collective. Because in an individualistic society, everyone looks out for themselves, or should I say, them and theirs. Even in the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran, two popular religious books, speak of a people coming together morally, responsibly, caringly as a collective group. But over time, the Holy Bible, as well as the Holy Quran, has been preached and told in a different light. The meaning of the two have changed over time. So it would be pleasable to say that love has changed, basically, that love has changed over time as well. Since most people base their marriage off of religion, and both marriage and religion is driven by the same people who control our nation's currency and our nation's media and our nation's economy. From 1100 BC to 1300 BC, romantic love to the Greeks was really lust. Marriages was when a man purchased a woman to be a housewife, basically a housemaid. Sadly to say, there were many affairs and prostitution was commonly legal. Romantic love was more shared with prostitutes than actual wives. The idea of finding your other half was a joke. It was supposed to be for laughs. Instead, it is the goal of friendship, brotherhood, and raising families by the state, the same people who manipulate and govern society. There was no romantic love in getting married. It was all for the sake of making babies. A useful wife would bear children that would be soon useful. Later on, marriage was just a stepping stone in politics and in wealth. So some didn't even grow to love each other in marriage. Divorce was common and frequent. Prostitution became even more common. Less Romans would marry. They would basically live together with the woman leaving the house 3 nights so that her property did not become his. At this time, Romans thought that marriage was for people who couldn't control themselves sexually. Early Christians got married only to populate the species. Love was supposed to be between brothers. In the early Middle Ages, marriage continued to be basically a property arrangement. Still, while marriage was about property, many people started to say true marriage is the marriage that springs from the recognition of identity in the other, and the physical union is simply the sacrament in which that is confirmed. So, still, at this point in time, love came around marriage, or should I say, love came around marriage after marriage, or with someone else after marriage. There was a time when marriages were fixed, when the children were just seven or so. So, romantic love had no role in marriages. Instead, romance again was outside the marriage. Love became a synonym for sex, and prostitution was a booming, even respectable business. Marriage was for getting property, and love was for getting some. Poetry and love letters were for seduction, not marriage. In the early 1700s, a passion based marriage was thought to fade, while a land based one wouldn't. In the 1800s, in Europe, British church and government were trying to clamp down on those flight by night romantic marriages. Marriage was described as a church within a church. marriage was sacred. Adultery was evil, or at least against the law. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, the media developed a new construction of love, a romantic love idea, which included the belief in love at first sight, there is one true love, love conquers all, the beloved is near perfection, and one should marry for love. By the mid 1900s, love, sex, and marriage came to basically integrate with the emphasis on marriage that meant new demands on marriage, such as falling out of love or not being sexually fulfilled. Since the 1900s, or the mid 1900s, shall I say, sexuality has gradually been separated from marriage, and prostitution, adultery, stripping, and other promiscuous acts has been gradually on the rise. So, as our society gets more technologically advanced, I can't help but to wonder, with all this emphasis on technological devices, brain machine interfaces, robotic humans, and computer chips, where the business and psychological dealings of love, sex, and marriage may be headed. Many may recall a while back when a few tech students proudly proclaimed that they were in love with their computers, that they were married, and felt as one with their computers. Michidini.com. Support the cause. Support the cause.